We interrupt your program with a blast from the past about the Reconstruction Acts. Now here's an overview of all three. First, we go to Natasha with the 13th Amendment.
Hello, Natasha here with a report on the first Reconstruction Amendment, which would be the 13th Amendment. What this amendment did was formally abolish slavery. Now, the reason for its creation would be going back to slavery and the Civil War. Although the war began as a war for reunification between the North and South, because of the Emancipation Proclamation, it changed to a war about the destruction of slavery. Since the Emancipation Proclamation didn't really work, Lincoln felt that it was necessary to make a constitutional amendment to make sure that slavery ended. So finally, 8 months after the war ended, the 13th Amendment was made official on December 6, 1865. I decided to go out on the streets to interview some people of their thoughts on the 13th Amendment.
For me, I think the 13th Amendment is very important because it has been used to strike down some race-based discrimination. It is like the basis in the 21st century for the authority for Congress to pass laws against the modern forms of slavery. And we can actually refer it as the final constitutional solution to the issue of slavery. So yeah, we should support it.
Now Camilla with the 14th Amendment.
Okay, so in 1865, the Black Code laws were being put into place much over the southern states. These laws were attempting to return ex-slaves into their former status. Congress tried to pass the Civil Rights Act in 1866 to go against these laws. Unfortunately, President Johnson vetoed, but for the first time in history, the veto was overridden. The amendment to make this change permanent had many phases, but was finally put into the Constitution in 1868. I found someone to give me their opinion on the 14th Amendment.
The 14th Amendment was the foundation of the civil rights and the voting rights, the legislation to end legal segregation in the states, and to provide for oversight and enforcement by the federal government of citizens' rights to vote without discrimination. It intends to attain equal rights for us, give us legal protection, so as a citizen, I really appreciate that.
And now Blanco with the 15th Amendment.
Blanco here with the 15th Amendment. At the election of Ulysses S. Grant in 1868, Republicans came to realize that the black vote would be crucial to the election. The 3/5 compromise had to be taken out to take full advantage of the newly freed slaves that were going to be represented. Congress proposed a compromise amendment banning franchise restrictions on the basis of race, color, or previous servitude on February 26, 1869. The amendment survived a difficult ratification fight involving the women's suffrage movement, who also wanted the right to vote. Unfortunately, they were not successful. The amendment was finally adopted on March 30th, 1870. And here I grabbed another passerby to give me their opinion on the 15th Amendment.
The 15th Amendment protects the voting rights of citizens who have different colors and backgrounds. It gives people a warning against discrimination, so with this amendment, people would at least have a sense of not being racial. And I believe that it completes the greatest civil change since this nation came to life. It places the fortunes of the African race in their own hands. So the three amendments together greatly expanded the civil rights of Americans and really considered the best benefit for people.